Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Stephanie and I'm a physical therapist, and today we're going to go through a full body mobility routine that you can do any time of the day. You can do it when you first wake up in the morning, right before you go to bed, or even before or after you exercise. This just kind of gets the blood flowing, gets everything loosened up, and gets you feeling good. So we're going to start by laying on our back. And what we're going to do first is cross one leg over the other leg, and you're just going to rotate side to side, just as far as you can comfortably. You don't want to have any pain on any of these exercises. You may feel a stretch or a little bit of discomfort, but that's okay. But if it causes pain, then either skip it or just don't go as far through the range of motion. So just back and forth. Just kind of loosen up that lower back. Do a couple more here. And if you can go all the way down to the floor, that's good. If you can't, that's okay too. All right, let's switch legs, do the same thing. Back and forth, getting a good stretch there. Just getting those hips and lower back loosened up. And if you feel like one side is tighter than the other side, you can work on that side a little bit longer. That's pretty common to have one side that's tighter than the other side too, so don't worry if you feel that. Okay, then what we're going to do is just kind of go into a little butterfly or frog pose here, and we're just going to rock back and forth here. Just kind of open up those hips, loosen up those adductors, those muscles right here. And you can kind of work on your breathing through all of this too. Kind of do some deep breathing, just get everything to relax. Just kind of rock. You can just hold too if you want to. You don't have to rock. Just find it helps to move a little bit. Kind of feels good. Okay, and then from there, we're going to do kind of a frog bridge. So you can keep your feet together and just kind of lift your hips up and back down slowly. Just up and down. We're going to go for 10 of these, just nice and slow. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, from there, we're going to roll onto our side. And if you need a pillow to support your head, you can use that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to keep the bottom leg straight and keep the top leg bent. And so basically what you're going to do is tap your knee here and then come back and tap your foot on the back. So you're just going to go back and forth. This kind of loosens up the hip, loosens up the SI joint. This one is really good if you're having any SI joint, kind of this joint right here between your spine and your pelvis. You have one on each side, and sometimes that can be painful or stiff. This kind of helps loosen it up. So if you're having any pain there, you can try this one. But this one also just feels good to kind of loosen up the hips. Just go back and forth like that. Let's do 2 more. And then from there, we're going to bring this leg in front here. And we're going to put our arms together, and you're going to kind of roll, kind of slide your hand on the floor around, and then slide it back. Kind of running out of room, but the goal is to go as far as you can over this way. So just kind of opening up the upper back, opening up the shoulders. This one usually feels really good. Let's go 2 more of those. And 2. Okay, then I'm going to switch and do the same things on the other side. So we're gonna go here, bottom leg straight. You're gonna tap your knee and then tap your foot back. So just back and forth, nice and slow. It's easy to kind of get out of control here. So knee, toe, knee, and toe. Do a couple more. Okay, let's do one more. And you can do even more of those if you're having that SI joint pain or it just feels good. Okay, so from here, we're gonna do the same. Oh, we're gonna put our leg in front here. And from here, you kind of rotate around. Again, if you have more room, the goal is to go as far as you can here. You kind of open up the upper back and the shoulders. Just go back and forth here. Okay, let's go two more. And two. Okay, then we're going to come here and we're going to do a little toe and foot stretch here. So you're going to get on your hands and knees. You want to tuck your toes under. So you're just going to kind of sit back here and stretch out your feet and your toes and then come back up. Just get a good stretch there. This is good if you have any heel pain, any plantar fasciitis. But it just kind of loosens up your feet too and your ankles as well. Just kind of feels good. So just kind of rock back. You can hold it a little bit if you want to. Back and forth. Okay, then from there, we're going to come down here and elbows on the floor, hands behind your head. Just going to rotate up with your elbow as high as you can. Kind of opens up the chest, opens up the upper back. This is a good one for posture if you feel like you have upper back or shoulder blade tightness. Just kind of rotate back and forth here. We'll do two more. Okay, and then from there, we're going to do a child's pose. So you're just going to sit back onto your heels. And you can do this narrow, where you keep your knees together, or you can rotate your knees out a little bit, get a little more relaxed there. This one, you're just going to kind of hold. And you can hold that position, or you can kind of rock back and forth. You can support your head on a pillow or a rolled up towel if you need to. But just kind of hold this position for 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how you feel. You can work on your breathing, just work on relaxing. And then when you feel good, you can kind of push out from that position. And we're going to do a little cat-cow. So on your hands and knees, you're just going to look up and then arch your back up. Just go back and forth here. And this one's good. It kind of gets your back and it gets your neck as well because you're moving your head up and down. Do a couple more of these. Okay, then we're going to finish and we're going to sit. And we're just going to do a little hip 90-90s, just kind of finish stretching out those hips, just back and forth here. And you can do like I'm doing and kind of keep your hands behind you. Or if you want more of a challenge, put your hands out in front of you as you do it. Just back and forth. Just you can get your knees as close to the ground as you can. Just nice and slow. Just back and forth. Let's do one more on each side. And then we're going to finish by doing a little shoulder one. And so what we're going to do is just going to bring your hands up behind your head and then bring them down and behind your back and kind of bring your elbows forward and then kind of switch again. And you can sit like I'm sitting, or you can stand up and do this, or you can sit in a chair as well. Over your head and then behind your back and just switching back and forth. And really getting a good stretch here, kind of pushing your elbows forward. All right, let's do one more. All right, then you are all done, and that's just something you can do daily if you want to. You can do it every once in a while. It just kind of loosens up the whole body and gets you feeling good.